If you are waking up to the news of the federal shutdown and worrying about making ends meet, we are working for you this morning.
Federal workers, federal contractors, and anyone who relies on their business could face financial difficulties in the coming weeks. Financial expert Dwayne A joins us now in the studio this morning. He is the president of Dwayne A and Company, a wealth management company. Thank you so much for joining us on this very important morning.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we appreciate you being here. So let's start with this. We were talking to you in advance of this interview. You gave us 4 different things that people impacted by the shutdown should know. The first that you say is to prioritize essential expenses. So what qualifies?
Well, what qualifies is your rent, your mortgage, maybe that car payment, those things that you know that are fixed that you have to pay. You want to take care of those items and at least start to do that planning and budgeting for those types of things.
Now, you also say it's time to really cut back. Now, what counts as discretionary spending? You got to really get all of that prioritized.
Well, there we're looking at the variable spending that is things that we say maybe, I won't go to the movies as much. Maybe I'm going to cut some of my streaming services right there. Again, we don't necessarily how long the shutdown might take.
Right.
And so you want to start planning by doing that budget so that you can protect, one, you want to protect your credit score, you want to protect your good name, and you want to protect the assets that you already have. That's one of the reasons why advisors often stress to people that they need to have anywhere from 2 to 6 months of cash somewhere saved for emergencies such as this. I mean, we've been here before.
Yes, we have. And your third point is to manage, that goes right into managing lenders and creditors and calling them, right, to say what? Hey, can you just give me a break? I mean, are they going to listen? What do we say? How do we say it? And where do we go?
Well, what we want to be is proactive. You don't want to sit there and wait and so that your credit score goes down because you didn't do anything. I like to say PPC, and that C is communication. You want to communicate with those creditors and let them know, look, I'm a federal worker.
Yeah.
Or I'm a federal contractor, because we understand that workers in the past, federal workers, have received payment just a little bit later. However, the contractors did not necessarily get it, those people who were contracting with the federal government. So we want to communicate not only with the people that we owe, but we also want to turn around and look and say, hey, if after doing my budget, I have some cash flow issues that I may have, let me go to the Pentagon Federal Credit Union, Andrews Credit Union, my local credit union, because some of them will offer 0% loans during this period. So they've done it in the past. Some of the local banks, Chase, Bank of America, offered 0% loans as a stopgap to their good customers. So you don't have to sit there and just say, oh, what am I going to do? Plan, prepare for those contingencies.
And communicate, as you said.
And communicate.
Because, you know, because sometimes they do, you know, even in times when times are just regularly tough, not a shutdown like this, you can call and say, hey, can you lower my interest rate? And they will do that. So you just talked about the credit unions and the like, and you say financial assistance can be available. That's one of the options. Are there other things people can do?
Well, that's correct. What I think that people should look at, that if you're, after you've done your plan and looked at your spending plan and saw where you might have some gaps, depending upon how long this goes on, then there are local community groups that have food banks if you're in need to that level. There are organizations that are set up and have been set up during these shutdowns to provide assistance to federal workers who may need those things. Everybody's not necessarily a senior executive service, but we have some of the GS2s or the 3s who may not have had the opportunity to put that level of money away, who need assistance, financial counseling as to, hey, how do I get through this particular series?
Yeah, we're talking about 750,000 people impacted and more by all of this, and cutting back is essential because once they go back to work, and the payments roll in, we don't know how fast that's going to happen.
Right.
So cutting back and conserving on your spending, key. Thank you so much for your expertise.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Dwayne Hall with Dwayne Hall and Company, which is a wealth management company. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Appreciate